Tuning in, guys. My name's Dr. Dan Craig, and when we do video interviews, we usually interview people south of 25 or so. Today's an exception. It's a special exception. We're here with Dale Stone. Dale Stone's a 52-year-old gentleman from Adelaide. Dale has a remarkable story. At 12 years old, he was on the streets dealing drugs. He then moved on until when he was 16 years old, he received a suspended sentence and was in trouble with the law. Dale did an absolute 180-degree turn, and Dale's a businessman. And Dale is an expert in fixing businesses and identifying mistakes in businesses and how to turn them around to make money, because that's the ultimate goal of a business, is to make a profit sustainably long term. There's lots of other secondary goals of a business, but if a business doesn't make profit, then effectively it's non-functional. You're actually doing a disservice to your customers if they don't make a profit. So Dale's an expert in business. Now, I'm going to read a blog that Dale wrote recently about his life, and I just want to warn viewers, it is a bit confronting here. Dale wrote this blog, and I'm going to read it out. At age 4, he was locked in his bedroom. I'll read it in first. I'll read it as it states. At the age of 4, I was locked in my bedroom whilst mum and dad got drunk. At 4, I ran away from home and was beaten by my dad. At 5, my dad had an affair and separated from mum. At 5, I was beaten by my dad more. At 6, I lived with my grandparents, at which time I was blamed for my grandma's death. At age 6, I also lost weight through not being fed. I continued to be beaten by my dad at age 6. At age 7, we moved in together with dad's affair and her family. 7, beaten by my dad. 7, beaten by my stepmom. At 8, I ran away from home and was beaten on return by the police. At 8, I was beaten by my dad. 8, beaten by my stepmom. 8, soiled my pants and had it rubbed in my face numerous times. At 9, we moved to Australia. At 9, dad beat me. At 10, the beating continued. At 11, the beating still continued. At 12, I was knocked out by my dad. At 12 and a half, I ran away from home. Between 12 and 13, I lived on the street. Age 14, lived with a friend. Age 14, lost my virginity. Age 15, lived with a friend's nan. Age 16, beaten within an inch of my life. Then placed in foster care, joined an Aboriginal gang where I was protected, and robbed a bowling club, joined other gangs, got beaten up and beat other people up, forged checks, stole, befriended a cop, assaulted a guy at a pub who glassed a friend, received a suspended sentence. Between the age of 12 and 16, I did drugs, and I sold drugs. At 17, I was placed in a 7-day Adventist foster carer. Was taught the values of life, wasn't allowed out, snuck out of home, got my first car, an EH Holden. At 18, I got my first full-time job at BHP. Then got my first girlfriend, my first real girlfriend. Went on holidays. At 19, left foster care, left my foster carer as they moved away. 19, moved back in with mum, then split up with my first long-time girlfriend. Started training, weights. Age 20, made money, got a second long-term girlfriend. 21, followed her to Adelaide. Had 2 jobs, all by the age of 21.